Greetings, alchemists. Welcome to my portal. I hope you guys are doing amazingly well. This is going to be a pick-a-shell reading for what can you expect in spring. How will your spring go? We have two different groups to choose from. This is group number 1, shell number 1. And this is group number 2, shell number 2. Take a moment, pause the video if you need to decide which group is resonating with you the most, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. So we're going to see what can you expect in spring. How will your spring go? What is the energy surrounding these months for you? The spring equinox could be really significant, healing from the past in the reverse. You could feel that there's some things that you haven't been able to get over, and in the month of spring you're going to be feeling very joyous because there's going to feel like there's a weight lifted off of you, and you're no longer holding on to past energy that has been weighing you down. Definitely a feeling of feeling more free. Some of you guys could literally be leaving the past behind. You're going to be doing something that requires a lot of courage, a lot of inner strength, a lot of bravery. You could be hearing that a lot, like you're very brave, or wow, you're very courageous, or in the month of spring, you could just be feeling very brave for the choices that you're making, stepping outside of your comfort zone in a way that maybe you never even expected yourself to. Yeah, some of you guys could literally be moving, and some of the reason why it could have been hard for you to heal from the past is because you haven't been practicing forgiveness. So in March, there's definitely going to be an energy where you're able to practice the forgiveness that you haven't been able to practice, and you're able to forgive not only others, but forgive yourself. And that's honestly a really big thing too with forgiveness, is that we always know, okay, we have to forgive other people. Well, we don't always know that, but that's kind of the first thing you hear is like, you have to forgive. Forgiveness is for yourself. Forgiveness doesn't always mean that you're letting someone or something back into your life. It's just about setting your heart free from holding on to that baggage. And so it can feel more obvious in the sense of forgiveness when you're thinking about a certain situation, like, okay, I have to forgive this person, I have to forgive this situation. But sometimes you can forget that you also have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself for accepting that treatment or accepting that situation, or you have to forgive yourself for the self-blame that you could be, associating with yourself. So remember that when you're trying to move on from the past and you feel that maybe there's a blockage that you can't really get through. So yeah, some of you guys can be making a really big move, a really big transition, but the biggest energy here is moving on, okay? You have decisions. You're making some really difficult decisions, some hard choices that you've been avoiding. It's like you're finally taking a stand in your own life to make those decisions, to make those choices. So let's see what else.
I want to sort of add on to this. You can see here that in a bit I'll pull some cards, but I want to sort of emphasize that with group 1, if you chose group 1, it's because you saw that this was a singular but strong shell. Like, healing from the past, you're going to need to do that. Like, the courage, moving, like, you're on the journey and you have to do this yourself. Like, you've been this is the time to sort of look inward and look to yourself for for moving forward. So we have the 4 of Cups, and you can sort of see that we have someone that's sort of introspective, and then we have a little entity or figure that is holding out a cup. So what I am seeing here, what the card is telling us, is that you want to, and this really resonates with group 1, the singular shell, is that you really want to look inward. Don't let external things, maybe shiny objects, sort of distract you, because you can see here that there are 3 cups in front of the person, and there's only 1 cup being presented to him by someone else. So you're really going to find your ability to move forward, your courage, Maybe since the healing from the past is in the reverse and the forgiveness is in the reverse, you've been having trouble doing that. So you're really going to find the moving and courage from within. From, you can see the cups, they're on the ground. So even though cups do represent water, there is an aspect of the ground, the earth here. You want to stay grounded. If you stay grounded, you will reap the benefits that are in front of you, these are the benefits that you are getting yourself. Yes, someone might be giving you one thing, but if you look within yourself, you will reward yourself way more. I'm also pulling the 7 of Wands. So as you can see, this person, they are holding a wand, and it seems like they're having, it seems like there's a lot of there's conflict here, and it seems like there's a decision to be made. So over here, you're really going to want to make sure that you and this person is only holding one wand. So you have 6 over here, and they're only holding one wand. So you really want to make sure you choose the right decision here. And now we're pulling 2 cards. Justice and the Tower in reverse. So again, if we look at this 4-card spread, we're going to see that you're really in control of your own destiny. You have the singular Justice over here and the Tower in reverse. So basically this is telling us that you are in control of your own journey, that things will come, like the Tower in reverse is very significant because things will come together as long as you trust in yourself. Make the right decision. You have many decisions in front of you. You just need to make the right one. Don't look for external kind of validation. All the validation you need is right in front of you. Justice. You have the power to make your own future. You are the writer of your own script. And the Tower in reverse. Follow this advice, and everything will fall into place. Nothing's falling apart. Everything is just beginning and starting to come together.
All right, now we're going to pull you guys some channeled messages for group 1. How will your spring go? Results soon. So yes, as you no longer put things off and finally make the hard decisions, you also will start to see results. Harness inner peace. So remember to harness inner peace. Maybe things will start to seem chaotic, but they're not as chaotic. They're not as chaotic as they may feel or seem. So the harness inner peace energy, honestly, some of you guys could be more prone to being very dramatic. So you're gonna actually surprise yourself with your ability to harness inner peace. Some of you guys could be fire signs, or you could tend to really just crash out instead of actually taking the moment to take a deep breath. You're gonna be unlearning certain behaviors. Some of you guys had parents that had irrational reactions, and so you have irrational reactions. You're going to be healing your divine feminine energy. So there's going to be an ability for you to finally harness inner peace. Maybe you could have felt like you would never be able to find your peace, to find your center. In the spring, you're going to really know what it feels like to be at peace with yourself. You're going to know what it feels like to really be in your center, in your true flow state. I expand my mind and my capacity for magic, yes. And you guys can also draw the sigil. It could definitely be beneficial for you as well when you're working with harnessing your sense of inner peace. And you also have obsessive ex. So some of you guys, as you're cutting out the past, some of you guys will have people from the past, not just romantic, trying to really obsess over your energy, trying to pull you back in. So just make sure to cut those energetic cords. And this is definitely a confirmation for someone or a few people specifically not to let an ex back into your life, because they're not meant to go with you into the next season, okay? So that's what we're seeing for you guys, group number 1. Definitely let me know how it resonates with you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out my website, linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Much, much love. Namaste. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing amazingly well. So let's see, how will your spring go? So I can see group number 2, you guys have very many layers. Also, there could be a sense of community. There's definitely interconnectedness, okay? You're connecting. You could say this is you. There's definitely a sense of a network. So in spring, you're building a network. You guys could have a business, and if you feel like you're struggling to find people to work with or collaborate with that have genuine intentions or genuine energy, you're definitely going to find people to work with you in your business. So say that you own a crystal shop, maybe you're looking for the right, source for crystals, you're going to be connecting to that person. Or if you do social media, you could be connecting to different social media personalities or the right agency for you, different things like that. Also, if you feel like you're lacking the right friendships, you will be connecting to your soul tribe. I feel like you guys could have been in a really big hermit phase, and now it's time to leave that hermit phase and enter an energy where you're surrounded by a lot of people positively. You could have went into your hermit phase because you were feeling very drained. And this energy, you're not feeling drained, you're not feeling like you're being taken from, but you feel like you're being poured into. There's a lot of connections that feel reciprocal, and things just feel like synchronistic, interconnected. Nothing feels forced. You could have had to learn lessons around forcing relationships, forcing connections, forcing things to work, holding on to things really tightly, even when everything is showing you that they're not meant to be, really just trying to force things. And in the month of spring, you're learning that balance when you actually let go and don't force things, how what's actually meant to be in your life shows up naturally without you having to force it. Okay, let's see what else. All right, you have self-employment. So yeah, I was getting like owning a business. Some of you guys, this is a confirmation. If you have a business idea, you could feel that, yeah, this card's a little messed up, but we all go through things. Anyway, self-employment. So yeah, this is a confirmation. If you have a business idea, don't sleep on your ideas. Don't sleep on yourself. Don't think that your business ideas are dumb. Some of you guys, if you feel like your business is dwindling down, it's no longer going to be feeling like things are super slow. Things are going to start to pick up. So definitely business is booming. The emotions is in the reverse. So even though things are going to start to boom in your business, make sure that you're also still taking the time to balance your emotions. Because right now you could feel like you're sulking and just wasting time sitting in your emotions, but you need this time. You need this space. You've needed this time. You've needed this space. But now in the spring, it's going to feel like things are picking up in more of an outward sense. So make sure that you don't start to neglect your emotions. It doesn't have to be such a drastic either or. Allow yourself to connect to your emotions while still letting business flow, rather than when business is slow, now you're just fooling your emotions, finding that balance. And you also have forgiveness. So I feel like you guys could be forgiving someone, and maybe you could actually be letting someone back into your life. You don't have to be letting someone back into your life. I told this to group 1 too, but just because you're forgiving doesn't mean that you have to let someone back into your life. But I do feel like there's going to be a sense of forgiveness. Some of you guys also could feel that you made mistakes, that maybe you weren't being the best version of yourself. Maybe you were a work-obsessed person, or you were detaching or disconnecting from your emotions. So you shut people out, you shut things out. And in spring, it's going to be an opportunity for others to offer you forgiveness. There's definitely a sense of healing relationships that maybe could have been hurt or pushed aside, where emotional neglect was a factor. Okay, so let's see what else.
Yes, with group 2, you chose the the collection of shells, very in contrast to group one, because group one was just one thick round shell, and group two is, as was said already, maybe it might represent a network. And especially with the business aspect and the emotions in reverse and forgiveness and the family changes. The family changes being in reverse was significant because just because you might be letting someone back in your life doesn't mean it means like if you have to see if they've actually changed. If they haven't changed, like you shouldn't let them suck your energy anymore. So I'm drawing the 5. 5 is a very balanced number, because if you really think about it, you can't really divide it by 2. Like you're gonna have, there's never gonna be a deadlock with 5. There's always gonna be a majority. So there's always a resolution with 5. And as you can see, we sort of have like a Luciferian figure over here. They're holding a Jack of Spades and an Ace of Spades. Both very powerful kind of energies. Spades represent wands. It being red also just emphasizes the idea of fire, sort of like the duality between fire and nature. So as we're transitioning to spring, understand that this is going from a very cold time to a very hot time. So things are really going to change. Connections might be coming together again. Everybody's sort of closed in the winter time, so be ready for that. There's going to be drastic change. Like you're going to have to almost grab it by the horns, because things are going to, it might even come as a shock to you, because everybody's going to be out and about. It might even be overwhelming for you. Business might even start booming during the spring. People start getting new leases. People start going out shopping more. So you might have not so unexpected, actually expected gains in sales. Now we have the choice in reverse. So this really tells me that the change in season is not a choice you are making. Change in season is one of the few, we are in control of our lives, but there are some overarching things like the sun coming up, the sun coming down. You are not in control of that. So the choice in reverse is just reinforcing that the seasonal change is not something you control. It's totally out of control. So don't try to control it. Don't think you have control over this great force. Understand that it exists and work with it. If, for example, you like to ski or something and you can't, and the skiing season is over, there's no reason to cry over it. Yeah, maybe you didn't get some time to do some snow sports, skiing or snowboarding on a mountain because you had other obligations. There's no reason to be sad over it. This is something out of your control anyway. So you'll just wait till the next year to do something like that. Maybe if it didn't snow that much this year and you love the snow, don't be sad over it. This is out of your control. This is not your choice. So there's no reason to, it's good to be stoic. There's no reason to be, put your energy towards something that you weren't even in control of anyway. So just be aware of that in the background, that you are, seasons are something that happen whether we want to or not. And here I'm drawing the 11. So this, 2. These are Roman numerals. So 2 represents harmony. 2 represents there's a duality going on here. It's in reverse. So there might be, so people try to. It's the difference between, it's the yin and the yang. So 2 is a yin number. It's even. 2 represents the evenness that represents masculinity. So maybe for the guys out there, maybe try to be more in tune with your masculinity. In springtime, you're gonna have more of a chance to express yourself. You might be faced with a choice, it's maybe something to do with your wardrobe, maybe something to do with how your peers view yourself. Maybe you feel like you're being torn between two worlds. You have one group of friends and you have another group of friends. You have to choose how you want to present yourself, because you can't please everybody. As you can see, this person right here, this is not realistic. People don't walk around looking like this. Like, you're one person, so you're gonna have to make a choice. Are you gonna be this person or that person? Sort of fall into what feels more comfortable for you. This is a time of awakening. Spring is a time where you're really you're putting yourself out there. You've taken all this winter cold time to sort of figure yourself out, and now is the time to sort of test that out. Like, hang out with the people who treat you right. Be the person that feels more right to you.
All right, group number 2, we're going to get you guys some channeled messages for spring. What advice do you need? What can you expect? All right, let's go with these. You think a lot, so I feel like you guys have had time to ponder, you've had time to think. Now is the time for action. In the month of spring, start to take action on all the things that you've been, thinking about. You won't miss what's meant for you. And also, some of you guys could feel like you overthought something and missed out on something, and maybe in some ways you did, but you're gonna have another opportunity. So just know that if something's meant for you, it will happen again. You will have another chance. Crown chakra, you think a lot, so with this energy, work with healing your crown chakra at this time so that you can trust in the intuitive downloads that you receive. You guys could actually receive a lot of good downloads, but you tend to dismiss yourself, you tend to dismiss your ideas, or you could receive a lot of divine wisdom or guidance, but you maybe something about being dismissive, and working with your crown chakra will help you realize what is divine wisdom or insight that maybe you should actually recognize, that clarity that's being sent to you, within your own mind, as an opportunity to expand, an opportunity to be aware. Prosperity is here for you as well in spring. You guys could have a lot of beautiful ideas that could lead to a lot of prosperity for you. I am a healer. Crown chakra day. A lot of you guys could also be realizing the powers and the gifts that you have that can really not just help you, but the collective around you. So once again, working with your crown chakra. And then you also have, am I doing this for myself or am I performing for others? It's time to ask yourself this question. So in the month of spring, you guys are getting out of an energy of performing for others, doing things, for what you may think the public eye or those around you expect, and it's about being true to yourself and not true to what you think others want you to be. So yes, that's what we're seeing for you guys, group number 2. Thank you so much for joining. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out my website, which is linked down below, and make sure you guys comment, like, share, let me know how it resonates if I didn't say that already. Much love. Namaste.